One of the guys I was with asked him if we could climb the waterfall, and his answer was, "You go once you die." I decided I was going to Thailand in January, and I wasn't going with anybody. I was going to meet people when I got there. We stayed in Bangkok for the first 3 days, and I was just partying and going to the temples and having a lot of fun, like eating scorpions and stuff. We were on a trek in the jungle. We were supposed to be staying at this camp in the jungle somewhere, I don't really know where. And it was a 4-hour trek, and it was 50 degrees, so it was really, really hot. And it was a really tiring walk. It was all uphill. And we stopped at this waterfall on the way. And it was like so beautiful, it was unreal. There were 3 guys, and I saw that they were crossing the waterfall, so I started to follow them. We're at the top of the waterfall and there's this huge rock. They said that they pointed to this area which was quite far away from the edge of the waterfall where they got down, and then I basically just sat on my bum and like shuffled onto the ground, and my foot just slipped. It was like I don't know, it was like stepping on the ice, so it was really slippy, and that was when I just fell. And I don't know, I think I fell so hard I probably broke something there and then just falling off this rock, because I remember it was really painful, like on my back, and I did break my back. And then I remember it, like scrambling to grab onto something. And I remember wondering why none of them were coming to help me, because they were just stood there looking at me, all of them. I could see them. And they later told me it's because they thought I was dead. Yeah, I didn't like that. So these guys I was with, the one I was with at the top of the waterfall, they'd obviously climbed back down as fast as they could and found this big piece of wood. So they had to carry me through the jungle to get me out, to get me to a hospital. They couldn't get an air ambulance to me. I rang my mum. Yeah, God, I remember, she was just so upset.
When I got the phone call, I was actually at the gym. It was on a Monday. I don't work Mondays, so I normally try and do something that I want to do. So I was at the gym. It was Monday morning, I think it was about 12:30. And it came up with the WhatsApp call, which had Natalie's picture on, and I knew straight away as soon as the phone went and it was her. I just thought something's not right. She wouldn't ring me for no reason. Before I even answered the phone, alarm bells had started to ring, and then obviously when the call connected, I knew straight away from the tone of her voice that something serious had happened. So yeah, I just ran out of the gym. I was crying before she even really said anything, to be honest. The first thing I said was, "Are you in hospital?" That was one of the first things I said when she rang, actually, was, "Have you had an accident?" And she said, "Yes." I said, "Are you in hospital?" "Yes." "What have you done?" And then she started to reel off what she'd done, and then I started to lose it a bit. I started to get a bit, crying a lot, and I mean, I wasn't screaming or anything, but I was really upset. And it sort of went from there, really.
She said, "I love you," a lot. It's probably one of the hardest calls I've ever had to make in my life. They took me to this hospital called Chiang Mai. That's where they did loads of tests and x-rays, and they gave me a list of things that I broke.
I remember the surgeon sitting me down. He had the films up on the wall. He was trying to explain to us what she'd done, and I remember, and I've said this to Natalie as well, he showed us the x-ray results and her name was against them, and I remember looking at the films thinking, there's been a mistake, that's not my daughter. I actually said to him, you've done something wrong. She's not my daughter. Those are not her X-ray results, because everything was just in pieces. Just a Natalie Cook, date of birth, and I thought, that's not Natalie. I look at the particular rock that she fell on, and I think, how did she not die or be paralysed? Because in a heartbeat it could have been so different. And it took ages for it to sink in. And then when it did sink in, I was just in bits. He was telling us all this stuff, what we were going to do now. I don't even remember taking any of it in.
And I had internal bleeding, which was probably the worst part, because I had to have an operation to stop it, and that was a horrible operation.
One of the conversations me and Natalie had, which will stick forever in my mind, was she just thought she was ugly after the operation. She just kept saying, look at me now, I'm never going to get a boyfriend, I'm ugly, I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, don't be ridiculous, of course you're not. But you can understand how shocked she must be looking at her body and thinking, you know, it's a shock for anybody.
I thought I was going to die when they were taking me to these tests, because they kept picking me up in this like sack, and it was so painful. Like, the pain is just unimaginable, and I thought I would actually die from the pain because it was just too much. Absolutely,
I just can't even begin to describe the emotions. I just wanted to be there straight away, so that I could just, you know, hold her and tell her everything was going to be all right. But obviously, you can't do that.
I was on loads of morphine. Like, I was so drugged up, but it just didn't seem to do anything at the time because I was in so much pain. There were so many injuries.
Press it right in.
So I was there for 7 weeks in hospital. I ended up costing about £500,000 just in everything that happened to me, because I had surgery as well in Thailand. And my surgery lasted about 7 hours, I think. World, guess what I can do? Ready? Oh. Ah! I did it! When I got back, I just could not do anything. I was on 2 crutches, couldn't even climb up the stairs. I think I spent the first week in my bedroom, just in bed, because I couldn't move. I was just so exhausted. It took about a month for me to want to go to the doctors, but I eventually got prescribed antidepressants because I just had really bad anxiety. Could not think, I couldn't think of stuff that I wanted to think about. My mind was just always racing. I couldn't really get used to the fact that I was home and that I wasn't in hospital anymore. It was really weird going from 7 weeks in hospital to coming back home. And I couldn't go out anywhere. I think I spent the first 2 months in the garden every day. But luckily it was summer when I got back, so I was outside quite a lot. I hated it when people came around to see me, because I didn't like them seeing me like that, because that's not what I'm like. I'm so independent, and everyone was doing stuff for me, and it was horrible. I hate people fussing over me, and that's what it was for the first 3 months.
And obviously she gets down and she gets frustrated, and she's in quite a lot of pain sometimes, but overall her mental outlook and her general outlook is really good, really positive, and yeah.
Mentally I'm okay. I'm not on any antidepressants anymore. I still struggle to cope with the accident. I don't tend to let myself think about it anymore.
I'm really impressed with her. Every day I think she's brilliant and amazing.
But physically, struggling quite a bit, because it's like every step forward I take 2 back. I just seem like something's always in the way. Like at the minute, I've got really bad soft tissue damage, which means I'm always in pain. And like even I'm on morphine at the minute, and it's not helping. Yeah, I'm planning to go back to Thailand. I wanted to go this year, but I can't afford it, because obviously I can't work at the minute.
I don't want to go back. I don't see the point of going back at the moment. I told her categorically that is not something that I would want to do. Certainly not now, it's too soon. She knows that. Natalie's got a solicitor working on her behalf to try and get some compensation. basically it's a typical no win no fee type of thing. So if she does get something, obviously the solicitor will take quite a large portion out of that. But I can understand why she wants to do it, because we don't yet know the full extent that these injuries are going to have on the rest of her life. So, it could be that, touch wood, we're hoping that she'll make a full recovery, but you just don't know.
I'm claiming disability allowance because I can't even walk for more than 10 minutes without being in pain. Can't stand up for very long. So, yeah.
We don't know if she'll be able to, ride a bike or, go for a jog or go even like swimming, just the sort of normal things that you take for granted. So I can understand why she wants to do that.
I haven't decided yet if I want to go back to the waterfall, just because I know it'd bring up loads of horrible memories and I don't know if I want to do that to myself. Even if I've recovered from the accident, I don't think I could go back.